Valset, last one, I'm going to shut up. Valset has a closed-loop algae production facility. Algae is so much better than anything else. Algae potential of 30,000 gallons of biodiesel per acre per year. Closed-loop vegetable production also, the stock selling at 32 cents. And this is what the production facility for the vegetables look like. They use 5% of the water. They minimize the fertilizer use. If you're in El Paso, Texas, you ought to go look at this thing. It's really state-of-the-art. Fresh vegetables they can produce on site. There are certainly unbelievably cheap valuations. If you're going into this market, make sure you know what you're doing. Do your due diligence. There are trillions of dollars waiting on the sideline, and I would agree that within a year or so we'll look back and say, you know, why didn't I buy some of these stocks at the time? I'm going to read this and then I'm done. Somehow this got up the screen, but in our necessaries and our comforts, in our labors and our amusements, for our callings and our creeds, as the people of England are, our people like them must come to labor 16 hours in the 24 and give the earnings of 15 of these to the government for their debts and daily expenses. And the 16th being insufficient to afford us bread, we must live, as they do in England now, on oatmeal and potatoes, have no time to think, no means of calling the mismanagers to account, but be glad to obtain subsistence by hiring ourselves to rivet their chains around the necks of our fellow sufferers. And this is a tendency of all human governments. A departure from principle in one instant becomes a precedent for the second, a second for a third, and so on, till the bulk of the society is reduced to be mere automations of misery, to have no sensibilities left but for sinning and suffering. And the four-horse of this frightful team is public debt. Taxation follows that, and in its train, wretchedness and oppression. Yes, we did produce a near-perfect republic, but will they keep it? Or will they, in their enjoyment of plenty, lose the memory of freedom? Material abundance without character is the path of destruction. Thomas Jefferson.
All right.
Thank you.